Okay, Schlockmeister fans, we're going to watch something with Sonia Braga. This one's called Gabriela. Let's check it out. Our movie takes place in 1925 in Brazil. And our movie is subtitled.
Boa tarde. Boa. Estamos vindo de longe, fugindo da seca que está arrasando tudo. Muita caminhada ainda para Ilhéus.
The guy in the middle there is Nasib, starring Marcello Mastroianni. He owns a bar, and he needs to get a new cook. And he finds Sonia Braga, who's got a dirty face at the moment.
O senhor me leva e vai ver.
E quanto você quer ganhar?
O que o senhor quiser pagar.
I think it's her first day of work, and I guess she didn't have a place to stay, so she's sleeping there.
O senhor não disse que queria para amanhã?
There's another character named Gloria who likes to show her cleavage out the window. Anyway, this is the first taste of Gabriela's food. I guess she's really good at it.
Esta moça sabe cozinhar.
E como ela é bonita, seu Nasib. Quando ri, deixa a gente até
Sim, vai. Enfim.
The men talk about the different customs societies have.
Não são as turcas, deve haver muito capado por lá.
Não. Lá as mulheres não se exibem como a nossa.
Before long, it's quite clear that Nasib is really taken with Gabriela. Here he is buying her a nice new dress.
Esperando o moço para dizer o que queria para amanhã. Ficou tarde.
Moments later, the two are consummating. There was some trouble in the bar, and he pulled out a gun, but whatever trouble there was dissipated, and now he's holding a gun on Gabriela. Her friend tells her to take advantage of any situation. Somebody else was after Gabriela also. There's one guy, for example, who was willing to give her anything.
Gostei da estampa da menina. E agradei mesmo de você, Morena. Então, o que me diz a minha proposta?
But she denies.
Você.
He talks to his friend about possibly marrying Gabriela, but she's not a virgin, and that's a problem. But maybe he'll get over that. At this point, he tells her to stay away from the bar because everybody's kind of ogling at her. Although he's going to relent and let her back anyway. In spite of Gabriela's hairy armpits, they do have a passionate relationship. Back to his friend Tonico.
Mas por que você não pensa na sua vida? Você que devia ficar preocupado.
Com que?
O juiz, meu cara, alugou uma bela casa no beco.
Gostei.
He's thinking about marrying her now, but he doesn't have papers. But this guy can fix it for him.
Eu tiro pra você documentos falsos.
Gabriela has no idea how old she is, or where she was born, her parents, nothing. But this guy can falsify documents. The wedding comes off without a hitch. Nasib and Gabriela are man and wife. But Gabriela cheats on him with Tonico.
Nós dois, passeando de braços dados pela rua.
We have criminal activity in this town, by the way. Apparently our shooter knows Gabriela.
Por que você tirou nele? Que mal que ele te fez?
Pra mim não fez nada. Foi pro coronel Mel que pro outro maior. Gabriela, tu precisa me ajudar. Procura agora.
Não, você
Later,
pode.
Gabriela gets into an argument with Nasib because he wants to go see a famous lecturer. She wants to just go to the circus.
Seu Nasib.
So they go to the lecturer, of course, and she decides to act up a little bit. So she does end up at the circus. Apparently everybody in town knows that Gabriela's cheating on him, and this would-be thief spills it. Calls him a cuckold. He catches them in bed together. And basically beats them both up. Well, Nasib drinks a little too much, and it's clear that he's really missing Gabriela. And Gabriela misses Nasib. And Gabriela misses Nasib. Gabriela shows up at a funeral where she knows Nasib will be. One evening returning home, Gabriela peeking. The lust overtakes them. Our movie ends with them a couple again. All right, let's talk about Gabriela. This is an old cable movie that showed up. I taped it at some point, I don't know, in the 90s, maybe early 90s. I think that's when I got it, actually. It was released on videotape by MGM. I don't know if this is legit DVD or not. I couldn't figure out whether or not there was actually a real DVD. I think there is, and I saw one online. It was from Brazil, and it was like $90 or something like that. I bought this one, which might be a bootleg of it. I don't know. It does say DVD-R on it, and it's very well put together, but I don't know if it's legit. So anyway, if there is a legit DVD out there, I'm not 100% sure of it. If you know, let me know. But anyway, the movie itself stars Sonia Braga. I've reviewed a couple of her movies in the past. One called I Love You, which was also in Spanish language with subtitles. And I also reviewed something called Lady on the Bus by her, which was an English soundtrack, actually. I Love You does actually have an English soundtrack version, which I also have. This one does not, that I know of anyway. I've got this DVD-R, which doesn't have any sort of subtitles or anything, but I actually do have it taped, like I said, and I copied it from that. That's the version I watched today. But anyway, the movie is based on a book, and I forget the name of the book, damn it. I think it's called Gabrielle something in Cinnamon. It was like a famous book, and I think Sonia Braga made like 3 of this author's books into movies. Maybe he was a Brazilian author. I don't know. She's obviously a Brazilian actress. And it's a very sultry performance here. What we got is this takes place in 1925, somewhere in Brazil. And this guy, Marcello Mastroianni, was a famous Italian actor, actually. He's owns this bar, and he needs a new cook, and he finds, I don't know if she's like a slave girl or what she is, but he finds her on the street, Sonia Braga, and she says, I can cook, I can clean, I can do everything. So he hires her on the spot, and she does great at everything she does. He's obviously very smitten with her, even though he's probably twice her age. And eventually they start doing it. They become kind of a couple. She moves in with him, and at one point he starts talking about how maybe he should get married to her, but he's not sure because she's not a virgin. Well, you're the one who had sex with her, dummy. But anyway, but Gabriela has she doesn't know where her past comes from. She was orphaned, no parents. She doesn't know when she was born, doesn't know who her parents are. She knows nothing. So he's wondering, can we even get married since she doesn't have any sort of documentation, ID, or anything like that. But he has a friend in the notary office who falsifies documents, gets something for her, they get married. But she seems to freely cheat on him with this other guy who was a friend of Nasib's, actually, named Tanico. And eventually other people in town find out about it. One guy tells Nasib. Nasib catches them in the act, literally, beats them both up, gets a divorce. And then he's kind of lonely for Gabriela. She's not around, and Gabriela's lonely for him. And I think they're both really missing each other quite a bit. She comes up to him one night, kind of sneaks up on him as he's going into his house. He takes her on the spot. He rips off her clothes right in the street and starts boinking her right in front of the house. Couldn't show you that, but that's what happened. And then they're a couple again, and that's how our movie ends. So anyway, Sonia Braga, lovely actress. She gets naked in this movie quite a bit. A lot of full frontal nudity from her. So that was pretty awesome. I don't know what else to tell you about this movie. It's a Spanish-made film from Brazil. I'd seen it maybe once before. yeah, it's an okay film. I guess if you're a fan of the book, you'll probably really like this movie. Again, it's a little bit of a struggle for me because I don't speak Spanish, so I got to read all the words, and I don't know if I'm catching everything. But it's an okay film. It's just basically a drama. It's just kind of, it is what it is. So that's it. Gabriella, let me know what you think about it. Leave some comments down below. I will leave a link if it is available on Amazon, which I don't know for sure. But if there is, there'll be one. Check it out. Leave some comments. Watch it. Bye. Gabriela. Sonia Braga.